So I don't know if this is a good setup, but I'm gonna just hope that it is and rock out. I've been so busy, so I am gonna post 2 videos this week to make up for not posting last week. These are my top 3 things that I wish I would have knew before I moved to Atlanta. My number 1 thing is definitely, I wish I would have known that it was going to be a lonely road. You know what I mean? Because essentially when you're moving from home, like, you don't have anybody. I was very lonely when I first moved out here. Out of the ways that I soothed my loneliness was picking up different art forms like music, skating, bike riding. I loved music before, or I enjoyed music before I moved here, but now I appreciate music. It made me feel less lonely, and I tapped into all these different artists, and I'm more knowledgeable. I can have conversations about unknown artists. That would be my number 1 thing. Just heads up, it's gonna be lonely. It's gonna be a process. It's gonna be a journey. Even if you come out here and you know people, or wherever you're thinking about moving to, everybody's on their own path. Everybody's doing their own thing. So people don't have time to hold your hand and help you get acclimated to this space. They'll do their best, but it's gonna be up to you to push yourself and get out there. So that would be my number 1 thing. Just brace yourself for the loneliness, for the period of solitude, and get creative with it. Get funky with it, for lack of better words, and make it fun. Number 2 is that you're going to have to get out of your comfort zone. So the things that worked for me when I was back home in Philly, or when I was in college at Cheney, my charisma or my connections or my creativity, you don't lose those things, but you almost have to fine tune those things. And you have to come up with other ways that, I can't find my words. So you're moving to a city, you're moving to a place where people don't know you. Whatever worked back home, whatever was popping back home, that's cool. You don't lose that. It doesn't disappear, but you have to start from scratch and essentially make new connections. You have to network. You have to be willing to go out to different events and pitch yourself. And I think that I came out here just under the notion that my degree in theater would be enough. The fact that I have been acting for 12, 13 years would be enough. I underestimated what it would take to make it out here. No matter how good you are or how well connected you are, when you come into a new space, you gotta prove yourself. And you gotta take it on very lightheartedly. Not holding no grudges or not feeling weighted by it. You know what I'm saying? Just all right, this is a new chance to show people what I'm capable of, and this is how I'm gonna show them. So yeah, I wish I would have knew that. So my 3rd thing that I wish I would have known is that it's really a long race. And the race is not about accolades. It's really just a race between yourself. How many times can you outgrow yourself? How many times can you evolve from a past concept? That's no longer, that's not working for you. It's hindering you. And I thought that the race was really, I'm going to come out here, I'm going to get an agent, I'm going to get some series regular credits on my belt. My content is going to take off. All of those things where I'm going to get discovered. It was all outward. All of my goals, none of them were internal. So I wish somebody would have told me that it's internal. That is with you and your, so every time you put out a creative idea, the next one, you expound on it. And you take it to a new height and a new level. And you keep putting yourself in situations to be stretched and to be uncomfortable over and 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 over. and over and over and over and over, and it never stops. Like, you have to be super duper comfortable with being uncomfortable. And I know that's cliche, but being stretched, getting hard nosed, you are not what we're looking for. You do not have it. I'll never forget, I was sitting in a workshop class. This is when I decided I was going to stop doing workshops for agencies. And I asked, I'm not going to say which agency it was, but I asked her, I said, so when you're looking for an actor, what are you looking for? This lady looked me dead in my face and she said, it. She said, I'm looking for actors that have it. And I feel like in that moment I had made a decision, like, yeah, you probably can't trust these people. Because it could change. It's different, like, it's subjective. So the journey has to be inward. It needs to be a personal journey more so than a journey that's kind of rooted in based in accolades that you could really give yourself for real, but that's another conversation. But yeah, so those are my 3 things. You have to define success for yourself. You have to give yourself your flowers, your accolades, and you have to say, I succeeded at this, and this is, this is good for me at this stage. So yeah.